Tonight, Congress is considering the controversial concept of reparations for African Americans, payments or policies aimed at repairing the lingering effects of slavery and discrimination. House Democrats today calling for a bipartisan commission, inviting the journalist whose 2014 article reignited the debate.
Why should the federal government bear responsibility for economic and social damages to the descendants of the enslaved?
I think the most obvious reason is because the federal government is complicit in it.
Many 2020 Democratic presidential hopefuls now backing some form of reparations. Most Republicans reject the idea of taxpayer-funded reparations.
I just think we're so far removed from the event.
We've, tried to deal with our original sin of slavery by fighting a civil war, by passing landmark civil rights legislation. We've elected an African-American president.
A new chapter in a growing national debate. Jeff Bennett, NBC News, Washington.
Just a week until the first Democratic debate here on NBC, and tonight in our series, My Big Idea, Senator Amy Klobuchar tells Harry Smith about an issue that hits very close to home for her.
President of the United States.
And what's your big idea?
My big idea is that we need to really do something about treating mental health and fighting addiction.
When Amy Klobuchar runs for office, she wins big. Elected to the U.S. Senate 3 times by margins of 20 points or more. She is both Minnesota nice and a former prosecutor.
I will focus on getting things done. That's what I've done my whole life.
It was the first day of this year's Des Moines Farmers Market when we caught up with Klobuchar at the downtown coffee shop Java Joe's. Addiction and mental health, for her, are issues that hit home.
My dad struggled with alcoholism his whole life. He went to treatment, and in his words, he was pursued by grace. And that was his faith, and that was the treatment, that was the community, his friends, his family surrounding him and saying, you gotta change. And he did.
Klobuchar wants $100 billion over 10 years, in part for more beds in treatment centers and early intervention for mental health disorders. She'll fund her plan with taxes on and lawsuits against opioid manufacturers.
We have the resources in this country, we do, and we just have to take them from the pockets of the people that have been profiting on the addiction and help the people to get off of these drugs.
Fighting addiction, treating mental health. That's Amy Klobuchar's big idea. Harry Smith, NBC News, Des Moines.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.